everyone, it's Maki here. It has been more than a month since the release of the movie Gundam Seed Freedom. Today, I would like to share my thoughts about the movie again. Previously, I talked about my impressions shortly after the movie was released. Now that I've watched the movie several times and deepened my understanding, I'm ready to share my thoughts in detail. Since I will be sharing my thoughts, this will include spoilers from the movie. For those who wish to watch the movie without any prior information, I recommend watching it first and then coming back to today's program. I really enjoy exploring the charm of the Gundam series with all of you. Hit the subscribe button and let's go on this journey of exploration together. First, let's talk about the nature of the movie. This movie is the kind of movie that really divides opinions. This has to do with the main themes of the movie and the philosophy of the director. Gundam Seed Freedom is a work in which love is the theme. Director Mitsuo Fukuda has talked about this in various interviews. And at the center of the story are Kira Yamato and Lars crying. The movie is about the trials and tribulations their love overcomes and the conclusions it reaches. Thus, the various issues that arise in the world of the Seed series play a supporting role. The conflict between coordinators and naturals, the journey into unknown space, etc. disappointed some fans who expected a conclusion to the world of the Seed series. The director himself approaches the production with the awareness that he is behind the scenes. And then there's the philosophy of the director. Mr. Fukuda of the Seed series has said in various interviews, the Gundam series is a world created by Yoshiyuki Tomino. I wanted to create something that fans would want to watch and enjoy. The counterattack of Char, often considered a masterpiece among the Gundam series films, was directed by Yoshiyuki Tomino, the creator of the original Gundam. In each of his works, Mr. Tomino pursued expressions such as, what is a new type? What is human evolution? What does it mean to understand? Mr. Tomino pursued his own expression, while Mr. Fukuda pursued Gundam as entertainment. Such differences in philosophy also affect their works. It is not a matter of superiority or inferiority, it is just a matter of personal preference. Mr. Tomino did not include Kamiyubi Dan, the protagonist of Seida Gundam, in the counterattack of Char. Kamiyubi Dan is a person closely related to Char's navel. It seems likely that he would rush to the scene if he knew that Char was attacking Earth. When asked by fans, Tomino said we couldn't use him because of the budget. However, I liked him too much to use him, because it would end up giving him a role, like Katsu Kobayashi. Since the inclusion of Kamiyubi Dan would make it difficult to structure the story naturally within the limited running time of the film, Mr. Tomino decided not to include him. In contrast, Mr. Fukuda prominently features Shinosuke. Many other characters appear as well. This is the result of prioritizing realizing what the fans want to see. In the past, Mr. Fukuda mentioned that the script for the Seed Freedom movie became very thick and ended up being split into 2 volumes. As a result of the decision to include many elements, an extremely large number of lines and scenes were included in the movie. Some fans may feel that Seed Freedom has a rushed impression, with each scene being short. There may also be people who do not like a composition where short, exciting scenes follow each other. One of the famous scenes in the counterattack of Char is the strategy meeting during the final battle. The commanders and Ama calmly explain the plan and salute each other. At the beginning of the meeting, everyone was relaxing and drinking water. But by the end, everyone was greeting each other with a determined look on their faces. For fans who prefer such calm and relaxed expressions, Seed Freedom may have many scenes that feel off. How did Kira and Law's love journey come to an end? As Mr. Fukuda mentioned in interviews, the movie depicts the theme is qualification necessary for love. This theme also plays an important role for the supporting character Sophie, who appears as Kira's rival, talks about conditional love. He loves Lars because he meets the requirements to become the ruler of the world. Kira, who does not meet these conditions, is considered unworthy of Lars. This is the love of which Sophie speaks. Agnes has a similar ideology. A man of higher status is the right partner for her. She, who possesses abilities and beauty, believes that she deserves to be loved. She also speaks of conditional love. Kira is also trapped in a similar mindset. He thinks I'm not worthy of Lars if I can't bring peace to the world. Kira chooses to confront a world in turmoil by rejecting the destiny plan. But when the war doesn't end and peace remains elusive, he feels unworthy of Lars. I have repeatedly mentioned that love is an important theme for the film. In fact, it's a consistent theme throughout the Seed series. The ideologies of inferior because you are natural, okay to exterminate because you are a coordinator, have been portrayed over and over again. Attack because it's the Earth's alliance, attack friends because it's soft, reflect similar mindsets. The idea that it is an important existence because there are certain conditions, on the contrary it is a worthless existence, is consistently presented. Remember what Lars Klein said to Athrun in Seed. Would you attack me if you considered me an enemy? Athrun's aura of Saft. She verbalizes that Athrun is bound by the condition of being of Saft. What words did she have for Kira? She asked, are you kind because of who you are emphasizing, not the conditions of being a coordinator or part of the Earth's alliance, but the inherent kindness in Kira Yamato as an individual. Fighting as a pilot for the Earth's alliance, Kira ends up killing Nico Amalfi. And his best friend, Tao Koenig, is killed by Athrun's attack. At that time, Kira was bound by the terms of being part of the Earth's alliance forces. Athrun was bound by the terms of being part of the Soft Army. Their fates bound by conditions meet tragic ends. Later, in conversation with Lars, Kira considers what he should really do. Lars entrusts the Freedom Gundam to Kira, who has found his own answer. Kira asks Lars, who are you? It may seem like an abrupt question, but Lars replies, I am Lars Klein. Not as the daughter of a planned politician, but as an individual, Lars speaks to Kira. Freed from conditions such as being part of the Earth's alliance or a coordinator, Kira rides the Freedom Gundam to join his comrades. He then appeals to both the Earth's alliance and the Soft forces. Thus, Kira is freed from the shackles of the conditions. The Gundam that spread its wings of freedom inspired many fans. It wasn't just because the Gundam looked cool. It shone brightly as a result of such a bitter background. Let's go back to the movie. Seed Freedom illustrates how the crucial theme of conditions from the Seed series is transformed and depicted in the form of love. Kira becomes anxious to earn the right to stand beside Lacus, to be loved by Lacus bound by conditions. Kira falls into the trap of the Black Knight Squad and loses everything. The rising freedom is destroyed, and the Archangel is defeated as well. Athrun comes to Kira's aid as she despairs of losing everything. As just a friend of Kira's, Athrun confronts Kira with all his might. Athrun does not hold back, resulting in Kira's one-sided defeat. Although it may seem comical, it's a scene where Athrun is extremely serious and sincere. Lacus is not someone who seeks conditions in love. Athrun articulates the film's significant theme. Having lost everything and being just a human being, Kira says, "I want to see Lacus. I just want her to smile next to me." This is the moment when Kira speaks of unconditional love. Similar depictions follow. Ingrid takes Lacus hostage and screams at Kira, "I will blind Lacus, shred her throat." Can you love her if she can no longer sing? Kira replies, "I love all of Lacus." Again, unconditional love. In the final battle, Orphe again speaks of conditional love. He claims that he is ruler and Lacus are meant to be together. Right next to him, Ingrid has unconditional love for Orphe. However, Orphe continues to proclaim his conditional love. He is unaware of Ingrid's love. Strike Freedom is cornered by attacks from Carla of the Black Knight Squad and Shiva of the Black Knight Squad. Kira says, "I still have a weapon." Orphe asks, "What weapon do you have left?" To which Kira shouts, "Lacus love." Thus, Kira confronts Orphe with the answer, unconditional love. Now let's go back to the Seed series, to the final battle with Roller Crate. Kira says, "Strength is not all I have." Who would understand that? No one understands, Crete replies. At that moment, the image of Frey Oster appears on the screen. She, who is beginning to realize her true feelings for Kira, is someone who is beginning to understand the Kira, who is not just about strength. However, Frey loses her life to an attack by the Providence Gundam. Kira is also unable to provide a clear counterargument to Lacus at the end of the battle. As a result, Kira spends much time with wounds in his heart. Bound by the state of strength, Kira struggles and suffers. Kira's proclamation of unconditional love also serves as a counterargument to Lacus. Of course, there is a lot of my personal interpretation in this opinion. In fact, Kira may not have been able to provide a clear counterargument to Crete's words. However, after the battle is over, there is a ring entrusted to him by Lacus in front of Kira. Kira may not have realized it, but Lacus' love was always by his side. When Lacus gave her the ring, she said to Kira, "Please come back to me." She did not attack with victory condition. She simply wished for a future where they could be together. Lacus spoke to Kira of unconditional love. Kira, freed from conditional love and having attained unconditional love, fights alongside Lacus. Thus, the final battle ends in victory for Kira and his allies. The theme of the movie is love throughout. Seed Freedom, with its many mobile suits, nostalgic characters, and numerous comic scenes, has the atmosphere of a festive work. However, it is also a story that consistently depicts a theme. For this reason, I was able to enjoy watching this movie. As the title Freedom suggests, the climax of the movie is about being freed from conditions and becoming free. Let's take a quick look at another character, Athrun's arc. he plays an active role aboard the Zugok, pilots the Strike Freedom, masters the Super Dragon, and finally plays an active role in Infinite Justice. There is even an opinion among Japanese fans that the truly free one was Athrun. After facing and overcoming many battles in Sea Destiny, Athrun might have become free even before Kiro. It's similar to Kiro boarding the Freedom Gundam after being freed from his shackles in Seed. Athrun boarding the Strike Freedom is also symbolic. Many fans were puzzled that Athrun could use the Super Dragoon system. In fact, the Super Dragoon was set up with the assumption that Kiro would use it, giving the impression that it was a weapon that no one but Kira could use. The settings released with the Master Grade model kit state that it is impossible to maximize its power without Kira. However, Athrun was appointed to pilot the Legend Gundam by Gilbert Tuano, who was known as an authority on genetic research. It's very likely that Tuano foresaw Athrun's ability to handle the Dragoon system. Furthermore, the phrase maximizing the power of the Super Dragoon may be open to debate. What if maximizing performance means using full burst mode and multi-lock-on systems to launch attacks against multiple enemies? Athrun only uses the Super Dragoon without using the multi-lock-on or full burst mode. Considering these elements, it might not be so strange that Athrun could use the Super Dragoon aboard the Strike Freedom. This time, I've shared my thoughts and analysis after watching the movie Gundam Seed Freedom. As I mentioned at the beginning, this movie has many elements that can divide opinions. The antagonist, the Foundation, is trying to dominate the world by implementing the Destiny Plan and using Requiem to attack opposing nations and aren't they just doing the same thing as past enemies? Is an understandable sentiment from fans. However, the theme of the story is ultimately love, and it may not be strange to think of the Kingdom of the Foundation as just set pieces. The introduction of new ideologies can dominate the audience's attention, making it harder to see the important theme. This may be a decision similar to Mr. Tomino's decision not to show Kamiyubi Dan in Shaw's counterattack. Of course, this is also heavily based on my personal interpretation. I really enjoyed watching this movie. I feel that the space it provides for various discussions is a kind of strength. I eagerly await the release of Gundam Seed Freedom in many countries. Let's meet again in the next program.